I mean, for me, that was really fun because I love deer hunting. That's number one. B, I watch, you know, hunting videos all day. I got to see one of my friends just harvest a deer, so that was really cool. And B, this kind of stuff's just really fun.
At its core, what we do on the channel is we're just trying to capture memories.
Yeah,
It's
bingo.
part of the logbook at this point. Good evening, everybody. What's happening? I'm going to bring to you a little bit different type of show tonight. We're going to do what we're calling a Backcountry Rewind, and I got my brother Josh Buchman with me tonight. How you doing, Josh?
Good, man. Good. I'm excited to do this. I mean, we've been talking about trying to find new stuff to do, and this
Yeah,
caught my
yeah. So
attention for
we've
sure. I mean, I like stuff like this. So,
I was looking for somebody that wanted to watch some old hunting videos and just react to them. Like now, I've seen these videos. I put them up on the Mentzer Outdoors channel. Um, and I think what we want to do is we're going to start with like back at the beginning where the video is not that great, honestly. I didn't know editing skills. You're just raw capturing the moment and probably me talking to the camera a lot more than I should have been for a good hunting video. But it's not that long. You're going to see it first time, first view,
yeah,
and we're going to react
first
to
time
it.
for me seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm looking and hoping to do here is one, bring just some exposure to the other YouTube channel, and two, share some of these memories because, like we talk about on Treks and Tackle, it's all about writing things down in the logbook, telling stories, making memories. Well, that's what we started. We started before we did the podcast. We had the Mentzer Outdoors YouTube channel, and we were just videoing, what we were doing and posting it on YouTube because I didn't have enough space on my phone to keep all the videos. Right. So let me just upload these. So this is kind of raw. And then if it's a hit, if we have fun doing this and we want to do it more, we can turn folks on to some newer videos that certainly my editing's got a little bit better. It's not professional, but it's gotten a little bit better. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to watch Crab Claw Chronicles, which was a buck that I shot on my first day of a rut hunt. It was a week of rut hunting with the bow out in Western PA. My brother and I went to hang out for a week, and I took a nice, an average. It wasn't a huge buck, but it was a nice little basket rack buck that we were calling Crab Claw. And I took him on this hunt and spent the rest of the week just hanging out. And that's where the peanut butter crackers story. If you ever heard us talk about the peanut butter crackers,
Many times.
with my brother and I arguing over the deer smell them, it's because I shot Crab Claw on Monday and I got to hang out the rest of the week. And so I'm like, hey, I'll film you. And he's like, get
Yeah.
those. It smells like peanut butter. Any thoughts or anticipation before we pull it up and get into it, Josh?
Man, I got nothing. As soon as you said crab claw, though, we talked about this right before we started. That's just really funny to me because for 2 years in a row, my buddy Timmy and I have we got a buck that we call crab claw, and then there's another one we think it's probably his brother, so we call him crab claw too. So now we have OG crab claw and crab
Right
claw
on.
too, in this same little area that he gets to hunt. So I think that's pretty funny.
Right on. All right. Well, let's get to it, man. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to try. This is like new technology to us. So hopefully you can
Yeah.
see the screen.
Well, yeah.
Josh, just call out, man, because we can pause as we go through this. We can talk over it, or I can hit pause. Just let me know. Just tell me to stop it, and let's get into it.
All right.
All right.
You got it. You got
Let me know if you can hear this or not. Let me crank this up. And let's get into it. Mentzer Outdoors Crab Claw Chronicles reaction on Backcountry Rewind.
it. Yes, I can hear it. Nice grapes.
All right, so I'm going to stop already because you see the background. It says experience the adventure.
Yeah.
This was before nature was our playground. Like, this goes
Yeah,
back
wow, that's
before I
old.
started using that coin and that phrase. Experience the adventure is
What year
what I
was
used
this?
to say. This, oh god, I'll have to get back to that. What we can re-edit this and put that in there. I think like 20 it was early 20s, maybe 28, 2019, 2020, 2021. I don't know, man.
Man, just getting right into it.
You're gonna love this intro.
Yeah, arrows flinging everywhere. Holy smokes. That was a big deer.
So
Whoa. Now I'm excited to watch it. That last buck that I just saw an arrow fly towards, that was a big deer.
So yeah, man. I mean, this was all that was Tacticam, like Tacticam on my bow. Before I figured out how to zoom in, I didn't have good editing software. Yeah, I will have to go back. Let's go back and go through these.
Yeah, just give me a
This
little sneak
last
peek.
buck. Where you at? This
Right
guy
there.
right there.
Oh my goodness.
It's not gonna let me. I can't get
Hey,
it
it's
right
all right.
in between there. That buck. There you go. That buck, I'll text you the picture of that one because that
Okay.
was
Ron, I might already have the picture of that one, honestly.
you might. That was I shot that on a Saturday morning, and that was literally like 5 minutes from my house. Just a Saturday morning. I always talk about my nephew Brady that he was hunting with me. I took my other nephew Brock with me on a Saturday morning, and we just went out. It was pretty warm that day, and I shot this buck at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and actually shot and missed at him, and then he stood there and gave me a second shot.
Well, that's rare.
Anyway, that's the intro, man.
I love it. I like the old logo too, though. I like the old cross and arrows. I like that.
Pretty basic.
I'm pumped.
Hey, hunting family.
Oh my
I got
gosh,
some
look at
great
you.
news that I want to
You almost
share
look
with
exactly the
everybody.
same.
Are you ready?
I probably put on a little bit of weight in the past couple of years, but yeah.
There is a cold front moving through. That's right.
Which everybody
We're
wants.
headed to hunting camp. It's raining today, but temperatures are dropping. The leaves are changing colors. It's a poor day to hunt, but a great day to travel. And we're going to set up for a 5-day archery hunt, trying to lay the smackdown on a Pennsylvania whitetail. So I'm really excited about the prospect for this week. Get to the other side of this cold front, the bucks are going to start chasing the does. We've already seen some movement, and very excited to catch some whitetail action on film. More to come. We'll talk to you soon.
So this is on my trip out west to where our cabin is, and
Yeah.
it was a Friday and the rain was coming down, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna get to camp early. I'm gonna get the dampness knocked off, get a fire started or whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
hyping myself up talking to the camera.
Listen, I'm hyped for you, okay? You're saying this is crappy footage. This is better than anything I've ever done, so this is fun to watch.
Cool,
No,
man. Cool, man. It stroked
I
my
like
ego a little.
no, it's all right. I like the fact that you threw in like you're planning a 5-day bow hunt. I've never got to do that. That seems incredible to me. So like
So we
not only do you have your
tried.
bow and your camos with you, but you got provisions. Like you have
Oh yeah, we're going to the mountain and we're
that's
planning on staying for a couple of days. And
that's awesome.
We used to do it. I mean, we still do try to take like a week for, rut, first week,
Yeah.
second week of archery on the regular. But, as everybody's growing older and we're becoming responsible adults and real life, kicks in.
Yeah, whatever that means.
If you have success earlier in the week, like the boys are they want to get home to mama, and rarely do we stay the whole week anymore. If we do, it's because the hunting's been poor.
Pretty ground too.
But that's the mountain we hunt on.
All right, everybody. I made it to camp. I got the fire going, knocking the chill off the cabin, and the rain has stopped. So I'm going to get a quick bite to eat and head out to a stand for a short sit this afternoon, this evening. Hopefully the buck parade starts tonight. I'll check in soon.
Anticipation is killing me.
I just got a Sony camera for like Zoom, and I was playing with it here. Check the squirrels out.
Yeah, getting your anxiety high immediately. Digging the music
here in the tree stand, and it's starting to rain again. Little trail cam footage.
So as we know, every good hunt begins with a good scouting. You need to be aware of your landscape and what kind of creatures are on patrol.
So I asked Brady, after this hunt, and I was putting this together, I'm like, dude, why don't you do a voiceover? And so that's Brady hopping in and doing a voiceover over the trail camera footage.
I'm sorry, I'm starstruck by this buck walking through right now.
Here you can see some footage. It looks like that was Angus there. You have to give your bucks a name. You have to make it personal. It's your mission to go out there and see what you can do to get meat in the freezer and horns hanging in the camp. Right there looks to be bread basket. He looks to be curious, sniffing in the ferns. Here's Bruce, waving his tail. He knows something's going on. Look at him. He's hungry. He looks just on patrol. He's ready to bang horns with someone. Keep going through the footage here. Our scouting, there's Crab Claw. And
so this is the buck that I end up taking. Where are you at? Right here.
This guy.
So this is the buck that I end up taking in this video.
Keep going through the footage here. Our scouting,
Yeah, you're in
Crab
Pennsylvania,
Claw.
right?
And
yeah, this is Pennsylvania, Western PA.
Let's just go over the laws real quick. Just real quick. Pennsylvania's got to have 3 on one side.
3 up on one side. Yeah. And so this deer, let me see if I can get him with his head up.
Man, it's all right. I'm ready to get into this. I want to see you shoot this sucker.
Yeah, so this deer has just a little, he's got a tine, he's got his main beam, and then on the main beam he's got just this little crab claw plus the kicker. So the other side's more, his left side was more symmetrical, but he scored as an 8.
Keep going through the footage here. Our scouting, there's Crab Claw, and he seems to be right by our stands, right where the trails.
This was the summertime.
We have a good understanding of the land here, and it's very promising to see this.
Wow,
kind of
that's
activity.
cool. We got that other buck right there in the background.
Yeah, I've got 4 bucks on this picture right now, and they're all mature. This was from over the summertime, and we really haven't seen a summer like this since that year.
Yeah.
See, some of them are actually
Right.
buddies. Wouldn't he look good, and hanging on a meat pole? Golly, looks like they're brothers or loose cousins, but they like to hang out in a flock. And which is perfect because the Mentzer Outdoors, we do the same thing. So one for each of us. But as we keep going, we look forward to the hunt that we have coming, and we're very much
look at that guy.
embracing the future archery hunt starting on Monday.
Is that the one? Is that crab claw?
None of those, I don't think, were crab claw. Maybe this buck here. I don't think he was in this group as we were walking through that. But let's just back it up a little bit.
Have coming, and we're very much embracing the future archery hunt starting on Monday.
That could have been him, but
Yeah, I don't know. Man, I gotta start running more trail cams.
All right, so we're back at
just to
camp,
get you excited.
getting warmed up. Let me just tell you, it was an awesome first day of the hunt. First thing in the morning, what happens is I got a buck coming down through. I mean, right at daylight, I had a buck moving through, and he wasn't in range. I watched him feed out probably 150 yards away from me across the road that goes down past our driveway. 25 minutes later, he comes cruising back up through. Still, he came within bow range this time, but he didn't hold long enough for me to get a shot off on him, but he was a real nice buck. So that's promising. So I sat for maybe another hour, and I look behind the tree that I'm sitting in, and there's a doe feeding right behind me. I mean, she wasn't 20 yards from the tree. Never heard her come in, and she had no idea I was there.
Leaves were wet.
So I glassed around the area to see if there were any other doe with her. Sure enough, across the road, we had a deer parade coming. We had a couple of doe. There was a small buck and a big buck with them. So I let them come up through, lead doe, took the right side of my tree. I didn't want to take out a doe when there were a buck in the group. So what we ended up doing was waiting for that first buck to step into shooting range. I put the sights on her and I let him have it. So we're gonna go track a deer here in a few minutes.
All right, before we get into the footage here, we're gonna look at a little bit of doe feeding. And then when the buck comes moving through, I want you to see how close we are to my cabin. This tree stand is literally like in the front yard. You can see the trucks in the background. You can see the cabin in the background. Just take note to that. So that's the logging road that they're crossing, coming up onto our property. It's hard to make out that down to the very bottom of the screen what you're looking at. And we got some movement behind the trees back here. And I clearly can't hold the camera still.
Hey, man, I ain't worried about that right now. I'm just trying to focus on this stud walking in here.
Say again?
So I'm not worried about the shaky camera. I'm just trying to see that stud walking in there.
Yeah.
You actually have mounted cameras now?
Yeah, so like this was me holding a Sony camcorder in my hand. I mean and I had a Tacticam on my bow. And the deal is with the Tacticam that was on my bow is, I mean, even to this day where I think I'm pointing it, because there's no screen for me to look at unless I pull it up on my phone, I'm usually holding it a little bit high for what I'm trying to film. But now my setup is, I mean, I got a nice camera arm that I can put on the tree, and I'll get like an action cam, like a GoPro or a DJI above me, and then I'll have my Sony for zoom on my arm, my camera arm, and then I do a lot of hunting out of a climber, and so I still film a lot with my cell phone because my cell phone's right in front of me. It's usually in my hand. This is a Sony handheld. It's a little bit shaky.
It's all good.
Watching those doe feed. There's the old bow.
Oh, that's pretty with the sunset.
All right, there's crab claw. Look at the background.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna go out here where I shot this deer and see if I can find the blood and recover my arrow.
I think that's probably for me sometimes is the most fun is when you go get your brother or you get your hunting buddy and you go out together and you go to recover the animal that you haven't
Yeah.
found yet, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
this guy didn't go far. All right, there's our first
Yeah.
trace of blood. Evidence of penetration. I was hoping I would find my arrow.
Broke your arrow.
At least I got the broadhead back.
This is all
I love
within
that.
like 10, 15
I know.
yards of each other.
I love an easy track.
Yeah. And this was right outside the camp too. So it wasn't
Yeah.
a long drag.
That's good.
He's spraying here. A nice little buck rub.
Traction.
Here is the gold news.
Hey.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta love when they go under the log.
Yeah, right where
Good
we want
shot.
them. This is crab claw for sure.
This was an amazing hunt. We got crab claw down on the ground. We've been scouting all season long, and he's one of the many buck that have been running through our property. So let me back it up just a
Sir.
little bit to get it. Let's get a look at this and let's talk about that. There's the crab claw.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
much, and that angle doesn't
Yeah.
do it justice, right?
No, it's all right.
But you know, I gave him. I'd count him as an 8.
Oh yeah, for sure.
7, 8. If you count that crab claw as a point,
Absolutely.
I give myself an 8 on that.
I would too.
We got crab claw down on the ground.
Give you-
We've been scouting.
I'd give you a
all
dead deer on
season
that.
long, and he's one of the many buck that have been running through our property. Put a smile on this hunter's face, and I'm glad to share this memory with you. Until next time, be safe and happy hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, I came to deer camp this week to kill deer and eat peanut butter crackers. And it just so happens we're all out of peanut butter crackers.
That's a funny line.
So that's it, man. That is the Chronicles of Crab Claw. Let me pull us back
Love
up on
it.
screen here, man. What do you think, man? What are your initial comments? Because that was early on Mentzer Outdoors. Like I said, video editing skills were not on par, but
See, I love that kind of stuff because it's kind of raw. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
it.
it's like
We're keeping
Fred
it
Bear
real.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, keeping it real. We'll have to get you out there, maybe sometime this summer, run up for a weekend or something. show you the
Me.
property. Yeah, man. So, the purpose of the show is to sit here and watch some old videos, spend a little bit of time talking through it. Any
Yeah.
takeaways?
For me, that was really fun because A, love deer hunting. That's number one. B, I watch, you know, hunting videos all day.
Hmm.
C, I got to see one of my friends just harvest a deer, so that was really cool. And B, this kind of stuff's just really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We have, I mean, at its core, what we do on the channel is we're just trying to capture memories.
Yeah,
It's
bingo.
part of the logbook at this point. So what do you think, man? You think we can do this more often? We can sit down and
Absolutely.
spend 20 minutes watching a video and
Yeah, for
talking
sure.
through it. I've got to pause it. It's probably irritating. I know when people watch reaction videos, when I'm watching them on YouTube, I get irritated when they pause and they rewind and they pause and they rewind. But this is our content. We own it. And maybe we'll start watching some other people's videos, but we're not professionals. I just want to sit here and relive the moment and share these memories with
Yeah,
my friends.
yeah, but we have a lot of people though too, like, the video hunts, and I'm gonna do more of that this year. I think it'd be cool to, bring one of them on with it. You and I will watch the video, talk through it, and I think that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and I mean, ideally, like if I can get a couple of us to hang out, like if I get guys like you and some other guys filming your stuff too, I enjoy taking the footage, trying to put together, tell the story, retell the story, and
Yeah.
maybe in one of our future episodes, my cousin Buck went out to Ohio and he just took some cell phone cam, some B-roll and stuff, and then I tried to piece that together, and I think we did a pretty good job on that because they all had a pretty cool experience out there last year, 2 years ago in Ohio. So yeah, man, that's it. Crab Claw Chronicles. This was a buck
That's
from a
awesome.
couple of years ago, right outside our front door. One of the things is when you go up, like if I take somebody hunting with me up to our hunting camp and I say, hey, that tree stand 50, 60 yards outside the front porch, go crawl up in that and sit still. I'm gonna go
Hang on,
hike
I'm
up here
a,
on the mountain and hunt the ridge. People
I need
think
to,
I'm just putting them somewhere,
I need to
and
show
they
you a
don't
picture,
realize like
brother.
that's probably one of the best spots on our mountain.
My grandfather put a tree stand 54 yards inside the woods away from his office, 54 yards. This tree stand right here
That's
killed
cool.
more deer, and we've had so many memories in that tree stand right there. He would be able to call his shot, you know what I'm saying? I know where these bucks are going to be, and I know when they're going to be there. And he just
Yeah.
walked back in the woods. 10 minutes later, he's walking back out saying, I need help getting a deer.
Yeah, and they're the best, like you said, the best drags because you don't
Those
have to
short,
drag
easy
them
ones.
far.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool, dude. Let me I don't know how to sort of wrap this episode up. Um,
I say you
obviously I'm
wrap it
gonna
up by saying, tune into the Tracks and Tackle podcast. Stay tuned for more Tracks and Tackle content. Look out for other people on the collaborative and have fun with it.
sounds great, man. Nature is our playground.